Hey everyone! Welcome back to Techituro. Last time, we learned what Bootstrap is and how to set it up. Today, we're going to learn how to create layouts using containers, rows, and columns. The first thing we need is a wrapper, and that's a container. We have two main types. First, let's create a standard container. For a standard container, we add the class container. This gives us a fixed width wrapper that centers the content and applies a specific maximum width based on the screen size. Inside it, we add a heading so we can see it clearly. For a fluid container, we add the class container fluid. This wrapper will take up the entire width of the viewport, from edge to edge, regardless of the screen size. We'll add a similar heading to see this one too. Notice how the standard container stops growing once the screen hits a breakpoint, while the fluid container always pushes to the edges. This is your foundation for layout width. Now for the core concept. All your content must be placed inside a column, and all columns must be placed inside a row. To start our grid, we add the row class inside a container. If we want two equally sized columns, we use the class col-6. We use 6 because Bootstrap divides every row into 12 virtual columns, and 6 plus 6 equals 12. We add the second column, also with col-6. See that? We have two perfectly equal columns sitting side by side. If the column numbers add up to more than 12, the extra column automatically wraps to a new line. To create a sidebar in main content, we'll use a col-4 for the sidebar, and a col-8 for the main content. Now we have a common two-column layout. The sidebar takes 1/3 of the space, and the main content takes 2/3. Remember, the numbers must always sum to 12. If you want equally sized columns but don't want to do the math, just use the class col without a number. Bootstrap will automatically distribute the space evenly. We add a column using just col. Then we add a second column with col, and finally a third column with col. You can see 3 columns, all perfectly equal width. This is a very clean way to make flexible, equal width blocks without any math. To make the layout truly responsive, we use breakpoints like SM, MD, or LG to define column widths at specific screen sizes. Let's set up 3 equal columns on large screens using col-lg4. We add 3 columns, all with col-lg4. This means, on large screens and up take 4 columns. On a large screen, they are 3 across. Now, shrink the browser. Because we only specified the large size, on any smaller screen, they default to stacking vertically. This is perfect mobile-first behavior. For a more complex layout, we use 2 classes, col-md6 for medium screens, and col-lg4 for large screens. We create 3 columns, and for each one we use col-md6 col-lg4. Look! On large screens we get 3 columns. When we shrink it to the medium size, it snaps to 2 columns. And on the smallest phone size, it snaps to a single stack. The smaller size always overrides the larger one, which is why we code mobile first. To wrap up, let's build a practical product card gallery that changes its layout across 3 different device sizes. Step 1. Set up the row. We start inside our container by creating a row. We'll add a little extra padding here using P3 and a bottom margin with MB4. Step 2. Define breakpoints. We want 3 specific layouts, 1 card per row on small phones, 2 cards per row on tablets, and 4 cards per row on large desktops. To achieve this, we use 3 classes on the column, col-12 for phones, col-md6 for tablets, and col-lg3 for desktops. Inside the column, we'll place a basic card placeholder to see it clearly. Step 3. Duplicate the cards. Since we want 4 cards, we copy and paste that column 3 more times. Look at the magic! On a desktop, we have 4 cards per row because 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is equal to 12. When we shrink it to a tablet size, the col-md6 kicks in, and we get 2 cards per row because 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. Finally, on a phone, the col-12 makes them stack one on top of the other. And that's the Bootstrap grid system. You've successfully built a responsive gallery that perfectly adapts to any device. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe to TechieTuro for more beginner-friendly coding and web development tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.